look at the work of these bees. So he found the entry wound and is working his way into it. They start getting the fat. They carve the fat out of stuff. There's another one. He is on the entry wound, well, the executioner entry wound. He's putting in work. And then you got ants. It's August. I mean, I guess they're prepping for winter. The flies are nowhere to be seen. So I guess that's a sign that fall is here early. You know, cold weather's gonna start faster this year, maybe. We'll see. So today I've been hunting. I want to do a kind of a durability test on the FX Impact M3. I've been hunting. I've been backyard hunting. I've been pesting. I guess you should say. I should say. I've been pesting. I ain't been really doing no hunting. I need to be out here cutting some grass. But yeah, I want to go ahead and set, you know, bottle cap on this target. Want some putty. And I'm gonna do a durability test on my point of impact with the FX M3 to see if it measures up. You know, is it, you know, a nice sturdy gun? Is the barrel secure enough to where you can drag this thing around in a scabbard, in a gun bag, and go hunting with it and not lose your point of impact? So that's going to be our test. We're going to start by putting a couple of shots at 45 yards, 45, 50 yards here, and see if we can hit that bottle cap, because I've been keeping that in my gun bag and dragging it around with the scabbard. It seems to be hitting a little to the left. Today is not a windy day at all, so I want to see if it is hitting to the left. Maybe that's from it being in the scabbard, you know, in the gun bag, laying around and stuff like that. So I want to check that out to see if that's the case. Got a couple of squirrels over there in the tree. I've been watching, you know, ends of the branches there. Oh no, that's a bird. All right. Squirrel, I got distracted. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a durability test. We're gonna put a couple of shots in here, then we're gonna drag it around, you know, just things you would do if you were going hunting with a gun bag, and see if it's sturdy enough to keep its point of impact. I'm kind of lazy today, y'all. I really need to be over there dressing out them squirrels. That's what I set out to do. Next thing you know, I want to test something. All right, so let's first thing first, we're gonna take a couple of shots here. I'm gonna set y'all right here so y'all can watch me take the shots from my normal spot here. I've been making a mess in this garage. All right. Ooh, I can't see nothing out there. clean the garage. We're gonna go 3 shots. One, two, three. That's red dot, dead center. So those are 3 shots with my with the red dot. What it looked like to me was on the center. I could tell they didn't hit the bottle cap though, but I was centered on the bottle cap. We're gonna see where we hit at. Well, maybe we did hit the bottle cap. No, we just knocked the bottle cap down. So the bottle cap was right here, covering the shots that were, you know, I was on. These are the 3 shots. All right. So I was aiming for here, and like I told you guys, you know, I've been hitting a little bit to the left now. So these are the 3 shots, and there's the bottle cap. Let's put that bottle cap right back where it was at. Now we're gonna do the durability test. There's my broccoli. I never get no broccoli out of. I've got some lettuce up under it and a whole bunch of weeds. That lettuce, that one did pretty good. I might have to pluck that. You could tell ain't no rabbits out here. Ain't no rabbits out here eating nothing. Groundhogs either. I don't catch a rabbit or a groundhog out here. They catch a pellet. So one of the reasons I think I may be having these issues, that it's a little bit off, is maybe because I've been carrying it around in my gun bag. So let's get the gun bag. And this got some weight to it, y'all. This weighs more than my FX Impact right now. And I got my tree climbing gear in it. I'll go ahead and set y'all right here. All right. Put this on safe. So this is what I've been doing. So I take this off. I know when y'all could hear those shots fired when I was shooting from in the tree. And that's because when I keep this in a gun bag, I keep it with just that on there. So when I pulled it up in the tree, I was shooting it with just that, so it was louder than it normally is. But that way, when I slide this down in here, see, that's the end without the barrel tip open. I usually keep this in here, but when I pull this up, this end here unfolds and my barrel is now the point of rest. So that's the rest point. Used to be here. You know, if you don't want to be on your gun barrel, then you leave the butt up. And I don't know if y'all can see these two, but this is the stand. So that would fold up. your gun would sit somewhere here, and when you set the bag down, it sets on this frame here. But usually what I'll do, I'll get that in there and lock it in this way. Okay, so this is where the durability tests come in. See that pushing up? Because now the bag and the weight of the bag is sitting on the tip of that barrel. All right, and I'll leave the bag sitting like that, right? So this is what the durability test is going to be about. Me picking this up. Let's go 10 times. I set the bag down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let it drop, because sometimes it's just gonna drop. 10. All right, this is the durability test, y'all. We want to see, is this thing hunt worthy? Is this something? Now, another way we carry the bag is like this. You might set it down just like that. You know, we hunters out here. At least that's how I do it. You know, my equipment got to be as strong as me, as durable as me. So I might come and just throw the bag down like that, right? So we don't get 10 of those in. That's about 4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, this is a hunting bag. That's the Gunslinger 2. So it's also getting its trial, right? This was, you know, this stuff, it's got to be sturdy. All right. So we got frame here in this bag, but so you know, you pretty much, the gun is safer this way, you know, going down this way. It's more than likely going to stay pretty much on the frame. I can feel the barrel. It's down here though. Here's the barrel. You know, I can even see the bottle. There's my bottle there, barrel there. All right, so we landing a little bit on it, but it's a little more protected by this frame on its side than it was straight down on that barrel when we were doing the first drop. All right, now the next durability test, let's get y'all over here. It's gonna be the drag and drop. All right, we want to drag and drop because sometimes you're just gonna grab this bag. And the bag naturally flips to the point of where all the weight is at. But you're still dragging on the barrel. I know what y'all saying. Y'all saying, man, he got that M3 in there just dogging it. How could he dog an M3 like that? I'd rather dog this M3 now and see that it ain't ready for it. But you know, I go off somewhere on a hunting trip and I accidentally dog it, or somebody else, you know, grabs my bag, throws it in their truck or something, and they accidentally dog it. And then I get to the hunting trip and I got to spend all my time getting sighted in and trying to do this and that while everybody else is hunting. You know, because I go on a hunting trip. I want it to be a trip. I want it to be fun. I want it to be some hiking involved. You know, I want to go deep in the woods or the forest or whatever, and then do some hunting. I want to trek at the same time. So this bag, you know, it's going to do some miles. There's going to be some actual, you know, hiking and some miles of hiking down into the forest done when I put this bag on. That's what this bag is for. That's why all this pad and cushion and comfort is on there, because you're gonna be rolling. You know, you're gonna get some mileage. You know, the gun, the bag, everything's got to be able to handle that mileage. So we're gonna see. Let's get it back out and take some shots and see if and let's see how good it's kept its point of impact. I ain't gonna try to let the cat out on me, y'all. You don't mess around, you're gonna be my point of impact. All right, let's get to it. So we get this baby back out. See if we got any shift in the point of impact, yo, after the torture test. Putting the dot on the same spot. Oh man, you know what, y'all? I forgot to put the silencer on there. Let's go see where those shots hit. And once we see where the shots hit, we'll put the silencer on so that it's the same test. And that way, we know what happened here. I've been shooting with or without the silencer. It doesn't really change the point of impact that much. And here we go, y'all. So I think we're hitting here. I had to go back and look at the footage. Well, nah, we were hitting here again. It looks like there's a bunch more holes right here than there was before. So I think these might already been here. We took 3 shots and they either hit here or they hit here. If they hit here, then that means my left right is off. If they hit here, then that just means that we didn't change point of impact. I'm going to go and put the moderator on it. We're going to take 3 more shots and see where we land. moderator on. Oh, forgot all about the moderator. You get to see it all though. That's what it is. Real deal, no editing. GoPro footage. See what we got. I hope I got enough pellets left. Alright. 3 more with the moderator on if I got enough pellets. 1. 2. And 3. Alright, y'all, let's go see what this torture test did to our point of impact. So I've been seeing a lot on the billboards, you know, on the YouTube. Is the M3 worth it? When I start thinking about a gun's worth, all this kind of stuff got to come into play. You know, can I shoot that mug? Is it accurate? You know, these are the first things. Is it accurate? Is it quiet? You know, all that, right? And yeah, so we weren't hitting over here. Those were probably already there. It looks like I might hit that mug this time. No, I didn't. All right. So we had that here. All right. We had that sitting up there, and all our shots are hitting right here. All right. That's where all our shots are going. Thumb size hole right there. Aiming for the middle of this bottle cap. Not hitting it, but you know, I know where I'm hitting. So is the Impact FX Impact M3, is it worth it? It's an expensive gun. Yeah, it's expensive. Once you get the pellet that you want, it's super accurate. Is it dependable? It's dependable. You know, if you got a gun bag and you want to go on hiking type hunting trips, then yeah, you can do that with the FX Impact M3. Do you got to be real careful? No. You guys just seen how I dogged that gun out. You know, that's dogging it out, you know, in a hunter style dog out of a gun. Now, if you're abusing the gun, then I don't know. You know, I don't know how well it's going to work. I've abused it a little bit, you know, but I haven't abused it a lot. I've been kind of responsible. I've been midway responsible with it. But yeah, you know, if I gotta, you know, if you spend $500–600 on a gunslinger hunting bag, right? You don't want it to be useless. You don't want to have a crown in there, you know, where you got this nice gun you done paid real good money for, but you can't put it in your nice gun bag that you paid real money for. You got to put that thing in a case and be careful with it. You're not going on a hiking type hunting trip with a crown. So the crown is very accurate. You know, it's got, you know, I watched the Southern Gunner work on the crown, and he had a lot of good things to say about it. He put it through some tests, you know, just showing the different settings and how many shooting profiles you could do with that crown. And it was all good, you know, and changing out the barrel and you know, the accuracy of it and how many pellets it could shoot good. But I see the barrel on that crown, and I'm thinking if I put that crown in my gun bag, went on a hike with it, pulled it out, took a shot, whatever tests I had did before would not matter. Once I got to where I was going with that gun, I would need to set it up. So all those profiles and stuff that you do on that, you know, making cards, range cards, all that stuff, it goes out the window if you don't put it in a case and delicately transport it to wherever you're going to shoot with it. So in that case, you know, I can't buy a gun like that. I don't want that. I want something that's going to do the job, and it needs to do the job when, where, and how I want it to do that job. Now, how do I want it to do that job? Accurately and quietly. The FX Impact M3 does the job accurately and quietly. When do I want it to do that job? As soon as I pull it out the scabbard. When I pull it out the scabbard, I want it to be able to do that job. That's when it needs to do that job. So, on command, it needs to be able to do that job. Where? Anywhere. I needed to be able to do that job if I go 150 feet up in a tree and I had to pull it up in a gun bag or not in a gun bag. Once I get it to where I'm at, I need to be able to pull it out and it handle business. If I go on a 30-mile hiking trip and I got it in that gun bag and we're tracking through the woods, it's got to come off to squeeze through some trees, I drop the bag or whatever. When I get to where I want to go and I see a squirrel, I need to be able to pull that gun out and confidently know that the point of impact is where I set it when I was sitting at home in the garage taking a 40-yard shot. I need to know that's where that point of impact is going to land when I pull that gun out and shoot it wherever I go, whenever I pull it out, however I decide to shoot it. So that's what makes a gun worth the money for me. Okay, when it can do what I want it to do, when, where, and how I want it to do it. And that probably goes for most people. So my when, where, and how is a little more difficult, and it calls for durability and things like that. Another person's when, where, and how will be different. So, you know, but for my when, where, and how, the gun has got to be durable. It's got to be accurate. It's got to be quiet. And it's got to do all that. If it's a 30-mile hike, if it's up in a tree, you know, wherever I decide to do that, you know, which could be a lot of places. I like to do some hiking. I like to be in the woods. My next thing is, how does the FX Impact do with water? Because I stay around rivers, lakes, streams, and it's probably going to get wet. But, you know, it's made out of aluminum, so that's not one of the things I'm really too worried about. I did get rid of, there is one modification. Okay, before I conclude, there's one modification from factory on my FX Impact. The barrel liner. I replaced the barrel liner with a stainless steel barrel liner. And I got a video somewhere on YouTube where I showed that. So, but that's the only mod that 177 M3 has had, the stainless steel barrel liner. And that's just to make sure that it's water ready, because on my FX Impact MK2, I put some dishwashing liquid on the barrel so that I could, well, not on the barrel, but on the O-rings, so that I could twist them down into the barrel without them, you know, rolling up. And later on, I went to pull that thing. That liner was rusted like crazy, because the barrel is aluminum, and then the barrel liner is just metal. It's just probably a carbon steel. And dissimilar metals, the weaker metal is going to rust. All right, so if you take an aluminum barrel and you put it in a carbon metal, carbon-based metal liner, if those metals can touch for electrolysis to happen, then that liner is going to rust. It's going to cause oxidation from the electrolysis, and that's what happened when I put the dishwashing liquid on there. That dishwashing liquid acted as a medium of contact, so it put the contact between the two liners, between the liner and the barrel, and that's how it was able to start electrolysis and end up rusting that liner out. Normally, I would think if you got the O-rings in there, the only thing caused that to rust would be water, but I don't have to worry about any of that now because I got a stainless steel barrel. So the stainless steel isn't going to rust. The aluminum, well, the stainless steel liner isn't going to rust. The aluminum barrel isn't going to rust. And then in between all that, they got some chrome and some brass, which isn't going to rust either. So I don't have really any rust type. The rust issue is resolved. And I put the well, one thing, I had got a stainless steel screw packet for my MK2. So my next thing is I might transfer that stainless steel screw packet to my M3, and that way, I don't even have to worry about the screws no more. Everything will be rust proof. But yeah, y'all, that's what it is. So is it worth the money? I paid about $2,200 for that gun. Yes, it's worth it. When I put it through the test to see if it'll do what I want it to do, when I want it to do, how I want it to do it, it passes. So it was worth the money to me. Is it a good gun? To me, yes, it's a good gun. It's a good gun. It's a real good gun. So that's my durability test, y'all. I like to see y'all put some durability tests to your gun for the situations that you're gonna have it in, and make sure that it's gonna perform in them situations. And then slide into my comments and leave your YouTube link so that I can check it out. All right, I'm out. GoPro, stop recording.